All right, so I've been wanting to try this. I bought this in Necronomicon. I really wanted to try this. This is Reckless Deck Psyche. It is this amazing system for character building and story building. You can use it as a writer. That's what I'm doing. My son really likes it because you can create incredibly detailed, like tabletop role-playing game characters. It has multiple genres. You got horror, urban fantasy, science fiction, cyberpunk, steampunk, fantasy, contemporary, etc. And what you do is you shuffle the decks. Like I've got all these decks shuffled up, and you draw 8 different types of cards, and that builds out your character. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to try to write a story based on it. So I'm going to start these cards. I chose horror and urban fantasy, since that's kind of what I do. So I'm going to choose these 4. I'm not sure which is which, but and then I'm going to choose the core. So you've got 4 cards that are related to your genre, and you have 4 cards that are core. They're used by any genre, and you'll see what I mean. So I'm going to start this. This is top card. So horror and urban fantasy, inciting incident. Okay, so this is kind of what triggers the story, I think. Finds the foundation of a 19th century home in the woods and uncovered the entrance to a mysterious root cellar. Okay, can work with that. Second card is the occupation. What do they do for a living? Podcaster or video content creator. I swear I shuffled these. I'm not a podcaster or content creator, but I'm doing video content creation right now, so it's just funny. Secrets. They found a small secret library in the attic of their old family home containing books on magic and demonology. Okay, so in a family history of magic, demonology, the occult. Cool, I can work with that. That is their secret. And finally, we have the formative events. One of their parents was murdered by the other. Wow. Okay, so that's inciting incident, what kicks off the story, their occupation, a deep, dark secret, and then a formative event of their childhood is one of their parents murdered the other. All right, so now we go to the core. So this is strengths. They're inquisitive. They possess a hunger for knowledge, exploration, and understanding. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Core strength. Okay, I like it. Next is given circumstances. Entomophobic. They have a fear of insects. Ooh, okay. That's kind of interesting with the finding the foundation of a 19th century home in the woods. I think fear of insects could come into play there. I like that. Motivations. What are their motivation? Ooh, to escape a cycle of violence or dysfunction. Okay, like that gives character depth. Like that really gives an interesting character depth to the story. Cool. And then last is flaws. Okay, their flaw is that they are selfish. They prioritize their own interests, success, and well-being at the expense of others. That makes a very, I like that makes a very flawed character. And that may be why they have a cycle of violence and dysfunction. All right. So I am going to spend a little time writing a story about this, probably a flash fiction of some sort, and we'll see how it comes out. Cool. So this, again, Restless Deck Psyche. It's cool. There's a lot of cards to it. All right, I'm done. First draft and some quick edits are done on the story. Working title right now is just The Curse, but I'm going to work something else out with that. I'll do a couple of more rounds of quick edits, but overall it's done. I'm really happy with where it came out. Again, I used Reckless Deck only to come up with the overall, the main character and the scenario. And again, we've got Erica is the main character. She is inquisitive. She has a deep fear of insects. She is selfish, prioritizing her own interests in light of those around her. She is working to escape a very interesting cycle of dysfunction and violence. This all takes place in the foundation of a 19th century home in the woods. Mysterious root cellar is kind of a main thing there. Her and her friend Janet are podcasters. They're doing the podcast there in the in this place in the woods. Secret library in the attic with all kinds of creepy books. Yep, plays a huge role in this. And one of the parents murdered by the other. The mother murdered the father in front of her. There's a whole bunch of the story about that. So this worked really well. It's a cool story. Um, I think I had a really good time writing it. Again, once it's edited, well, when this goes up, I will also post it to. I'll post the story as a link, and I'll post this video with the story. So this will all be on my website, chadhenkel.com. Um, and yeah, Reckless Deck, really cool. Great time writing a story. Is great as a writing theme, as a writing exercise. Yeah, uh, really cool stuff. And again, there's 2,000 cards, roughly 1,900 or 2,000 cards in this deck. In this tool, I'm going to call it a tool. This is an excellent writing tool, and this just literally scratches the surface. This is 8 random cards drawn out of almost 2,000. So, if you're interested, I'll post a link to Reckless Deck in the article too. Great stuff though. Really cool. I might do a reading, read part of it as well. I'll see if I can do something about that. So I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did.